Hi everyone and welcome to morning coffee break. I am feeling rough still from my fall. Sore. My knee is not as swollen now. And it actually feels some better, but other places hurt that I didn't expect to. You know how it is when you fall or something like that happens. It's like the next day you realize other places that were hurt. This arm back here, it's really hurting bad. My right bicep, the whole thing hurts over here, and then my right thigh hurts really bad. My elbow is just like a little bruise now. It hurt when it happened more than it is now. And my left knee, um, it always hurts anyway, so it's hard to tell if it's how much better it is. But I mean, like I said, and like a lot of y'all have said, it could have been worse. I'm just glad that mower quit, but everything will be okay. All right, today's Thursday, August 25th. Currently it's 69 degrees. It feels good. A high today is 86 though, so it'll get warm again. 50% chance of rain. I wish it would a little bit. The garden needs it, and I had to stop watering as much, especially with the hose, because it was running our water bill up. So what I'm doing is just using watering cans and making sure I water right at the roots instead of just spraying everything. I mean, it's just like, when you take a shower, that's a lot of water coming out. Well, it's the same pressure out there, so it's using a lot of water. So there's no use to waste any water, that's for sure. It's a pain though using the watering can, but it saves money. So I'd rather it rain is what I'm getting to. I'd much rather it rain. Humidity's 90% right now. There's no wind, and air quality is 62. That's in the moderate range. There will be an Aldi haul today, and we got it was pretty much of a healthy haul. I mean, we got pretty much all healthy items. I can't remember anything that we got. You just have to watch it and see. We had Philly steaks last night. I went ahead and cooked something last night. Joy cut up all of the veggies, and I added some of those. I hate to use a whole, like if you have half of a pepper, we definitely want to use it before we use another pepper, a whole pepper. And so we used half a pepper, and I thought, well, I don't want to cut another one because I really don't need that much more. So I used some of the Dollar Tree pepper stir fries, what it says on it. And it's just onions and 3 different color peppers. So I got some of that out and added it to it instead of having to use another fresh pepper. And here it is. It was just delicious. And these are the fries from Aldi. And I actually, I think the crinkle cut fries from Kroger are better than the ones from Aldi. I really do. And they thought so too. But these are the ones from Aldi, the fries. They're okay. I mean, they're good. But I don't know who makes those for Kroger, but they're fantastic. They taste like Ore-Ida, the ones from Kroger. They're like I said, they're good, but I could just tell a difference in the ones from Kroger. So and they got a 5-pound bag for something like $3.99. So I don't think that's too bad, because 2 pounds is $1.79 or something like that. So that would be twice that would be $3.60 right there, and then you got another pound. That's close to the same price as their smaller bag, but it's still a decent price, is what I'm trying to get to. I just saw this. Joy just sent me this. It says soak orange peels in vinegar for 2 weeks in a sealed mason jar, then pour the vinegar into a spray bottle. used for cleaning or bug spray. This is great for ants. I may have to do that next time we get some oranges. And then I got this, and I like this picture. I love my bee friends out here. They help my garden for sure. And I've taken many pictures of y'all have probably seen a lot of them, of bees. And this one says, here's what it looks like. And I'll probably use that for my thumbnail today because I like that. The bee lives, this is amazing. The bee lives less than 40 days, visits at least 1,000 flowers, and produces less than a teaspoon of honey. For us, it's only a teaspoon of honey, but for the bee, it's a life. Thank you, bees. I had no idea that those facts. Okay. Let's see, do I have anything else here? Okay, what's for dinner? I didn't want to dig through everything to find something for tonight in the freezer. I knew there was some stuff, but I didn't feel like pulling everything out to get to it. But I knew that I could get to some ground chuck from Kroger, and I don't like the one in their Chub, which we got. We got a great deal on it. It was on sale, but I don't like the one in the Chub as much as the one in just the package, in the styrofoam tray. I don't like that. It just doesn't seem as good. I don't know. But I found a pack of that, and we need to eat it anyway. I like the one from Walmart, the ground chuck. It's in the little black tray, That's really good stuff. In Aldi, we've never really bought much ground beef from Aldi. We buy ground turkey there. I might have some ground turkey I need to use too, or ground chicken. I probably do. But anyway, I guess I'll fix. I don't know. I don't think they want burgers after having buns with the hoagies, and then we had something else with a bun. Oh, a sub. So, we could have burgers tonight, but I think I'm just going to fix like a hamburger steak, like a patty, and we'll use steak sauce on that. And I hadn't talked to her, but I think we got green beans from the garden we need to fix. And I think and then some mashed potatoes I think would be good. Hamburger steak, mashed potatoes, green beans, and some cucumbers from the garden. That sounds good. I don't have many tomatoes right now. Here's a nice Cherokee purple. This is the perfect size. And you see how the top is always a little green. Even when it's plenty ripe. The top stays green like that. But these are fantastic. So we got one of those left. I only got about 3 right now. There's more growing out there. There's plenty of cherry tomatoes still growing, and I counted just on the end over here. I need to do a garden update. It's changing though. It's winding down, and then I'll go towards fall garden. I need to make some space to do that. But I counted 14, tomatoes that are mostly Cherokee purple over here. So they're still growing. The Cherokee purples are still growing, so they're obviously an indeterminate. And there's a few more that have some tomatoes at the top. I counted, I think, 10 over here. I'm not for sure which one it is, but I'll have more tomatoes that are just growing. There's none ripe right now. They all seem to ripen around the same week or so, couple weeks. I got the bulk of everything, so that's why we're glad that we froze some diced tomatoes, a bunch of them. Okay, so that's what's going on. I need to do a few things today, but I'm still feeling so sore. I rested most of the day, and I actually took a nap yesterday. I kept dozing off. She said, "Why don't you just take a nap?" And I fight a nap every time. I very rarely take a nap. But she said, "I'll wake you up in an hour." And so I slept for an hour, about an hour and 10 minutes. She woke me back up. Okay, time for today's tidbits. Then we'll do nice news. I sat on my glasses, so they're not setting right lately. Okay. Florida student miraculously survives lightning strike. An 18-year-old student at the University of West Florida was struck by lightning on Monday. Students and staff members rushed to her aid as she lay on the ground, unable to move her legs. The lightning struck her in the chest, ripping her shirt. Wow. Luckily, the bolt did not stop her heart, the doctor said. Aside from the bruises, she's fine. And that's a miracle. That's amazing. I'm glad she's okay. And I read this on another, I can't remember what I was looking at, something on YouTube or something yesterday. I think it was People. No, it was in my emails. I get these things from like People, that magazine, and from a couple other places like that. I get news items. And this one's, and it's on today's tidbits. 1,200-year-old estate with cooling system unearthed in Israel. They had a video I was looking at of it. Archaeologists have discovered the ruins of a 1,200-year-old palatial estate that had cooling rooms to escape the heat. They were working on a dig in Rahat, Israel, when they found a courtyard of the building. A remarkable vaulted complex built over a 10-foot deep water cistern carved out of a rock built in the 8th or 9th century AD was also found. Wow. Researchers find striking water world close to Earth. Was that the name of that movie with Kevin Costner in it? Water World. Y'all remember that? I liked that movie. I don't think that it did as good as some of his other movies like Dances with Wolves or something like that. That's a long movie. But I thought it was a good movie. I liked it. Water World. Researchers at the University of Montreal, Canada have found a beautiful ocean world just 100 light years from Earth. The exoplanet TO11452b is covered by a thick layer of water and is slightly bigger and heavier than Earth. Due to its ideal spacing from its star, the exoplanet is not too cold or hot. These conditions may possibly support life. You wonder how these big planets just hang in the space like that. They're so heavy. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? When you think about it all. Space and everything. And huge sunspot grows tenfold in size in 48 hours. Over the past 2 days, a massive sunspot on the surface of the sun known as AR3085 is said to have increased in size more than tenfold. NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory released photos showing how the sunspot grew from the afternoon of August 21 to the evening of August 22. AR3085 has turned into a double sunspot group with cores as wide as Earth. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see if we can find our nice news. Here we go. It says today is National Burger Day. Just in time for the last summer barbecues, today is National Burger Day. Well, we're having burger patties today. To celebrate, you could fire up the grill and try out one of these tasty burger recipes, including beef, turkey, and plant-based options. Or you could go the takeout route and head to one of the many restaurants nationwide that are offering promotions. I wonder if they are. From discounts to buy one, get one free deals. Click here to see which eateries are participating. Well, I don't know if I should do that. It might go off this. Let's see. Well, Clean Eats, Fat Sal's, Friendly's Restaurant, stop this. What's it doing? Kona Grill, Next Level Burger, NFA Burger, Roy Rogers Restaurant. I didn't know they had them. STD, STK Steakhouse. That's all I see right now on here. Okay. Phantom Ranch at base of Grand Canyon turns 100. Inside the history. Hike down the 7.5-mile South Kaibab Trail to the bottom of the Grand Canyon or raft there via the Colorado River and you'll be met with an oasis of sorts, a unique resort called the Phantom Ranch. This year, the famed accommodations turned 100 years old, a perfect opportunity to dig into the history. The resort officially opened to the public on November 1922, hiccups. 3 years after the Grand Canyon became a national park and quickly became a hot destination. Ahead of the opening, former Grand Canyon National Park Superintendent W.W. Crosby wrote an article for the Williams News, and a century later, his words about the lowest down ranch in the world still holds up. It will provide something very much out of the ordinary among the many attractive camps in the national parks. Over the years, Phantom Ranch has hosted royalty, movie stars, and politicians, and today to call the ranch exclusive would be an understatement. Reservations for an overnight stay are made by a lottery system and come with about a year-long wait. Wow. How scientists are making gummy bears out of wind turbine blades. What? Sweet stacks made from wind turbines? It sounds a bit far-fetched and perhaps even unappetizing, but just hear us out. Wind turbines are an important tool in the push to produce more clean energy and reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but they're also difficult to dispose of. So researchers have developed a new type of resin for turbine blades that can be recycled and broken down into different parts, one of which is potassium lactate. The compound can be purified and used for making various consumer goods, including sports drinks and sweets. We recovered food-grade potassium lactate and used it to make gummy bear candies, which I ate, researcher John Dorgan said in a release. His team plans to produce some models of the blades to test out in the field. The beauty of our resin system is at the end of its use cycle, we can dissolve it, and that releases it from whatever matrix it's in so that it can be used over and over again in an infinite loop. Dorgan shared, that's the goal of the circular economy. I don't know. They go away when you eat them. I don't know. I don't think that's appealing to me. What do you think? Gummy bears out of wind turbine. New system will help predict wildfire smoke patterns across North America. As wildfires increase in severity and frequency around the world, scientists are looking for ways to better predict how far and in what direction smoke will blow. To do this, one team of researchers went back in time to the 2018 Camp Fire in California. During the devastating blaze, the usual prediction methods weren't working, so officials turned to an experimental tool, then dubbed the High Resolution Rapid Refresh System. The system produced 3D pictures of the fire and anticipated the most likely smoke pathway. Though it didn't work perfectly, the test run allowed experts to update and fine-tune the HRRR, a process that was documented in a study published by the Bulletin of the American Meteorological Society earlier this year. The tool is now called the Rapid Refresh Forecast System and will eventually cover all of North America. Researchers Eric James said, per Scientific American, "We're starting to run experimental forecasts in the next few months," he added. "The full system will be operational within a couple of years." That might be helpful if it works. So anyway, that's it for today's Tidbits. Nice news and morning coffee break. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already and share this out. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody have a